Tooniversal was a brand new game that got really popular really quick. Around late 2018, Loopy Goopy G, Smirky, and me helped promote the game to get it to hundreds of players. The game started off as Toontown Kingdom, however they rebranded and became the next level, a game made since Toontown Kingdom shut down. Then a month later, that game shut down. A year later, they make a new game called Toon City. A few months later, it gets rebranded to Tooniversal Studios. And finally, they found their game they were hoping for. The game updated often, which really helped them a lot, and was getting covered by more YouTubers. I love this game, but over time I had some problems with the game. So today, let's review Tooniversal and giving my opinion on it. First off, the tutorial redo is really well done. It takes something that was kinda boring and makes it really fun and cool to watch. It's a nice introduction for the game, I must say. But now, let's go over the main gimmick of this game, the press bots. So first off is the Paperboy, and nope. Okay, let's be fair here. I'm just not a huge fan of it. And why is that? Well, look at it. Tell me this, which looks like a robot more, the Big Cheese or the Paperboy? Now you might say, oh, they can't make a realistic cog or make it look like a person? No, they can do that, but it looks too much like a person. Second, the Shutterbug. Alright, yes, that's what I'm talking about, a cog that feels like it would be in the original game. Next up, the Gumshoe. The Gumshoe looks really funny, and I really like his design and the model. And yeah, there's really not much I can say. 4. Hackette. This is a rare instance where it looks like a person, but it actually works. The face looks like an anonymous mask, which symbolizes a hacker, so good job on them, that was actually really clever. The Ghost Rider looks pretty good overall, and they look nice, and they also look secretive, which pretty much goes what a Ghost Rider is. 6. Gazetteer. Their design looks nice and funny, pretty much a pun to their name. But with the head model, I feel like they could have done a little better, but for the most part it looks okay. 7. Newshound. They look alright, but does that mean Toons can be cogs? Like, I mean, it's a robot dog, so could he blend in? Who knows? Who cares? 8. Anchorman. It shares the same problems with the Paperboy. It looks too much of a person than a robot. I felt like if they were being punny with them, it would have been better. Like the Paperboy. It should have had a tied newspaper for a head, or the Anchorman having an acre for its head. It fits for Toontown, and like the Big Cheese and the Lone Shark and Legal Eagle, they're all based off puns for their heads. Overall, these cogs are just okay. They're not bad, but they could have been better. However, I still think board bots are the better fan-made cog type. Now let's talk about the brand new Toon species, and I know in my last video I said that Hedgehog looked alright, but they just do not look good. I don't know, but Hedgehogs just don't work in my opinion. They don't look right, and they kinda look weird. Kangaroos look slightly better, but at the same time, something about them just looks off in my opinion. Another problem I have are most of the streets aren't even finished. The ones I'm talking about are Speedy Street, Victory Lane, Shipyard Street, Squash Street, Tractor Trail, Nightlight Nook, and Penguin Parkway. Go nowhere. They lead to no new place or area, they're just useless. Now you could say it's still in beta, of course things are not going to be finished yet, but if it's not finished, don't release it. Another problem is some of the streets don't even look finished at all. Like, why does Squash Street look like it's from Donald's Dock with very little effort and time put into it? Then why does Tractor Trail look like more effort was put into it? Now, the greenhouse I still like. It's a good idea and it should stay how it is. However, we need to talk about Fairway Drive. Now, this is an okay area with little to do, but they haven't fixed the simplest of things. Like, look at this, a collision error. Now, this should have been fixed, like, day 1, right? Well, it still hasn't been fixed, and it's still there to this day. Also, the East dates make it really easy to get out of bounds. Here's something I can complain about, it's the map. It is wrong. The areas besides Daisy's Gardens, Cashbot HQ, Minnie's Melodyland, and a little bit of Donald's Dreamland are all wrong. So, let's list everything wrong here. Everything in Toontown Central just says Toon Hall and the gazebo when you know there's a bank, Toon HQ, and the rest of 75% of everything there is gone. Why is there a path to Goofy Speedway from Donald's Dock if it's not even there? Also, where the hell is Fluffy Farms? Oh, it's simple. You just have to go to Acorn Acres even though it tells you it's in Donald's Dock. Did I seriously just get worked up on Toontown? God, this should be a war. Alright, let's not talk about the map anymore. Let's talk about guilds and my opinion about it. And I mean, they're okay, but they don't have that much purpose. Like, yeah, you can have an epic name, but that's really it. Also, the weather is a problem. Yes, the weather is a problem. The rain and the snow glitch too much. Like, it glitches in the CJ, or it's snowing in the summer. And also, there's tornadoes, and they're okay. It's annoying that it takes away your health, but stay out of its way and you'll be fine. They also have brand new golf courses, which aren't so good. The forest one is super hard to get the ball in. The controls for it are super clunky, and the stage is just way too tight to make any shots. Plus, it's really buggy just to hit anything, since when you have it at 100 max, it will just stop out of nowhere. The cog statue is slightly better. You can shot in two places, here or here. It's better doing it on the second one, since all you have to do is get your meter to 100% and you'll always get a hole in one. So what about the playgrounds? How are they? Well, Peaceful Parks is really well done. It has the gag shot and peg shop in the right area. The rewrite shop and Goofy's Toon advancements are really well done. I especially love the rotating globe there as well. The tree headquarters is really good, and overall, this is a playground done right. On the complete opposite, Fluffy Farms isn't good. Even the street going to Fluffy Farms isn't that good. It looks like it could be its own playground by itself. Also, why is the HQ here? 90% of the people are gonna miss that. And now for the playground. Oh man, where do I start? First off, why isn't there an HQ in this big empty space than here? It kind of blends in with the trees. There's also this barn. It's okay, but there really isn't much to do there. In fact, this playground feels meh. I don't like this one. It's kind of forgettable. But Lost Central is okay. It's a very good recreation of Beta TTC. That's really all I can say about this. It's not bad, just it's Beta TTC. Lastly, the Skip a Playground or Goofy's Toon advancements. I'm not a fan of these. In closed beta, they let you skip the playground or skip the entire game for 20,000 beans. Now, that may seem a lot, but if you go to a few bean fests, you'll just get those easily. Then, when beta came out, it was still there. Now, I kinda wonder why they didn't get rid of this after closed beta, since I would have understood that that could have been used for testing purposes. It doesn't matter what currency they use, they switch to silly points to now these candies or whatever they're called. It's still, you can get these easily from a Beanfest. It's basically skipping the entire game, which should have been gone. Now, the reason why I'm really against these is because they have a brand new storyline, so pretty much 90% of the people will choose to skip the game instead of doing the storyline. Well, I guess that's really all we have to say about this game. Then there's Looney Tunes Online. Looney Town Online is an archived version of Tooniversal, but it's more of a downgrade of Tooniversal. The owner Broadway Pixels had said cut content would be going to Looney Town, but to my knowledge, none of it had come to the game. It's like they got an older version of Tooniversal, made it online, and then called it a day. I don't know if they'll update the game soon, but it has nothing to offer. It's basically just a more dead version of Tooniversal. But does it have anything new to launch? Well, it uses the Toontown Online logo. The camera is zoomed in a little more. There's a tunnel in Acorn Acres. That crashes the game. I really don't have much to work with here. It's not like the concept of Looney Town just won't work. Like, getting cut content and then making it into a side game to see how Tooniversal evolved is a good idea, but the reason why it doesn't work is they're not doing much with the game. I felt like they made this game at the wrong time, since the team obviously wants to put their resources into the main game, which I think is for the best. Now, that's really it for this video. I hope a lead team member, or just somebody from the game who's developing it, sees this video and hopefully tries to fix the problems I listed in this video. These videos along with Toontown corporate quests are just to help the game, to see if they'll ever fix it. I'm not trying to hate on the game, just trying to give a constructive criticism. but I give Tooniversal a 6.5 out of 10. Now, does this mean it's better than Toontown Corporate Clash? Well, my opinion for that game has kind of gone up a little, so I still think that Corporate Clash is a little better than Tooniversal. Well, that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys soon. However, there was one thing I forgot about. It's the Pressbot field offices. So it features Paperboy as the field office cog. So let's check it out. Never mind, this game gets a Joey out of 10.